What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be doing a comparison between the rugged Obsidian 45 and the Dead Air Mojave 45. The host weapon will be my HK45 V1, featuring a RCM threaded barrel 16x1, Surefire X300 Turbo B, Gray Guns flat trigger shoe, Gray Guns short reset system, and Trigicon suppressor height sights. And I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. I bought all of this with my own money. So rest assured, you're going to get an unbiased, honest review. Now let's go over the dimensions and the specifications of each suppressor. Starting with the Obsidian, is belt-fed rated for pistol calibers up to 45 ACP, 300 black subsonic with an 8-inch barrel, 350 Legend, and 450 Bushmaster with a 16-inch barrel. It's 1.37 inches in diameter, and its long configuration is 8.6 inches in length, and its short configuration is 6.7 inches in length. In its long configuration, it weighs 12.8 ounces. In its short configuration, it weighs 10.7 ounces. It's hard-coat anodized and Cerakoted. The baffles and the mount are 17.4 pH stainless steel, and the tube is aluminum. The baffles are keyed, with 2 indexing tabs for proper alignment. It also features a non-slotted piston and is fully user serviceable. Rugged also makes pistons with different thread pitches, fixed mounts, fixed barrel spacers, and 3-lug mounts that are compatible with the Obsidian 45. Next up is a Mojave 45. It's full auto rated for pistol calibers up to 45 auto, no barrel length restrictions, 300 black subsonic with an 8-inch barrel, semi-automatic rated for 300 black supersonic, 350 Legend, 400 Legend subsonic, and 450 Bushmaster subsonic. And its long configuration is 8.6 inches, and its short configuration is 6.812 inches, and its long configuration is 12.7 ounces, and its short configuration is 10.44 ounces. It's 1.48 inches in diameter. It's made of titanium and finished with Cerakote. It also incorporates the patent-pending Triskelion gas management system, which yields the benefits of low back pressure and excellent acoustics. And like the rugged, it has multiple mounting options available. Alright, now we're about to put each one of these cans on the clock and see what they actually weigh. Mind you, I have put about 350 rounds through each one of these, so they're going to be heavier than what's advertised on their websites. And if you're wondering, a clock is just a slang term for a scale. Here we have a relic from my past life. Going in with the rugged Obsidian first. 13.95 ounces. Now for the Mojave 45. 12.32 ounces. And this is just to show the balance of the weapon with the suppressor attached. And if you look here, you can see the balance point is on the release button of the battery compartment of this X300. And by the time you get it in your hand, you can feel that there's a little bit of excess weight hanging off the front end of the gun, but in my opinion, it's negligible. Same test using the same host weapon and the Mojave 45. As you can see, the balance point has shifted towards the trigger guard, so I was going to give you a better weight distribution when it's in your hand. More control over the weapon as you snap from target to target. Just a brief moment to talk about the aesthetics and appearance of each one of these suppressors. I feel like objectively and subjectively, the Mojave 45 is just a better looking suppressor overall, even to a functional standpoint, because you have this knurling right here that gives you much more grip when you want to take the suppressor on and off. Even the piston retaining cap is knurled, which is going to make things easier to install and remove. And then looking at the muzzle end, these end caps, there's just more visual math going on with the Mojave as opposed to the rugged. It's more pleasing to my eye. Laying them down side by side, they're almost identical in length, but you can see the Mojave is a little bit girthier, which is going to give that gas more room to expand and slow down. Is that going to do much for the sound test? We're about to find out. let's get over to the range. And I am using a clip-on microphone, so the sound profile you're going to hear is going to be from the shooter's perspective. The camera will move around a bit, but the microphone will not. It's clipped to my collar. Up first, we have the Obsidian 45 with the 10-shot group. Now let's talk about that back pressure. That first round pop is significant. You can feel the pressure wave across your face. The follow-up shots aren't as harsh, but you'll still get sandblasted by carbon. It's not bad enough to where you won't want to use the Obsidian, but you will need to wash your face afterwards and be sure to wear eye protection when using this. Let's take a look at that pressure wave again. Let's see it again, one frame at a time. The back pressure is aggressive, but it's what's to be expected with traditional baffle suppressors. Now we're moving on to the Dead Air Mojave 45. There is a drastic decrease in back pressure, but we're trading that back pressure for flash, which is to be expected with most titanium suppressors. Here's a quick side-by-side to show the back pressure of the Obsidian and the flash of the Mojave. Also, the Mojave does seem to mitigate recoil more effectively than the Obsidian. The Mojave sounds quieter in my opinion. That could be due to the deeper tone of it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now we're going to find out how hot these cans get. I'm firing 50 rounds in under 2 minutes, and then I'm going to use an infrared thermometer to take temperature readings on each suppressor in 3 different areas. The Obsidian's up first. Let's change that to America numbers. 256.4. I was unsure where to measure at first, but I figured I'll just start at the mount and then work my way towards the muzzle. 198.8 at the mount. 246.3 in the middle. 210.2 at the muzzle. Now we're going to do the same thing with the Mojave. 50 shots, under 2 minutes, then we're going to check the temperature. $495.8 in the middle. 260 flat at the muzzle. 250.6 at the mouth. In conclusion, if I had to pick between the two, my pick would be for the Mojave 45. It sounds better, it's lighter, there's significantly less back pressure, so you're not getting sandblasted with each shot. The threading on the piston is much tighter than it is on the Obsidian. I didn't have any issues with this backing off whatsoever, but on the Obsidian, I have to make sure to check every magazine or two. And another thing is, when this piston starts to get fouled up from the carbon, it begins to slip. So as you're retightening the suppressor body will rotate on the piston and your point of impact will shift, which I find to be very annoying. One benefit to the rugged Obsidian 45 is almost zero flash, as opposed to the Mojave, where you do get noticeable flash, but that's to be expected with titanium suppressors. I was considering selling this Obsidian depending on how this test went, and even though I'm not as satisfied with this as I am with the Mojave, I'm going to keep the rugged and use it in the future for a lever action build. I feel like its design will be better suited for a lever action build, or something that's not immediately going to blow the gas back towards you. I hope you found this video informative and I was able to assist you with your next 45 caliber suppressor purchase. Thanks for watching. Like, follow, subscribe for more. Be sure to drop a comment, let me know what you think.